Hey everyone, Regan Smith here on the Fox simulator, making a Fox iRacing simulator, making a few laps before we get to Phoenix Raceway this weekend. Big Cup Series race on Fox Sunday afternoon. We're going to simulate right from a restart and everything. A very unique racetrack in terms of restarts. Right now we're going to say that we are in the first position. We chose the inside line. Restarts at Phoenix are actually in the corner now. That adds a whole new element to what the drivers have to do, to what they have to prepare for. You got to worry about wheel spin. You got to worry about where the other cars are around you. Oh yeah, and as I said, you're in the middle of a corner when you get to the point where the restart box is and you want to get after it. You got a couple other problems to worry about now because of where that restart box is. If you're on the bottom, you need to come down here and block cars that might want to try and get to the inside of you, and then you got to set up for the corner. Remembering that somebody might be outside of you still, somebody might be inside of you, you might be 3 wide right here at this point. Now you got to start worrying about just getting good speed for your laps. Turn 3, very, very heavy braking into turn 3, and then a lot of throttle time as you exit turn 3. The car, as you get up to the wall right here, wants to unload. It wants to slide that right rear out from underneath you, even if you thought you were tight. And then turn 1, very, very light with the back of the race car. The car wants to spin out through there. Try to get to this yellow line right here, roll a good speed through there. A little catch of the steering wheel because the back stepped out. They're going to fight that all day long at the racetrack. This time into turn 3 a little bit higher. You can run up higher at Phoenix. It's not the preferred line necessarily through turn 3, but if you've got somebody to the inside of you, you can pin them down there and you can make that work. Same thing goes for turn 1 down here. You can run to the middle of the racetrack, and depending on where they put the traction compound this weekend, might see a lot of cars all the way up top there. You might see guys that are going to try and hook the apron, the yellow line, with their left sides of their race car. We'll try that the next time through. This time we're just going to try and get a good smooth run off of turn 4. That was about as good as you can really get through 4 right there. It was nice. The car free rolled the middle of the corner really nicely there. Now this is where we're going to try and pass somebody, and we're going to have to put our lefts right down here. The banking's a little different. You saw the car shift just a little bit. You can use that difference in banking to turn the race car. Kevin Harvick, one of the absolute masters at that. He's pretty much schooled everybody for years on doing that. A number of different things to worry about, as I mentioned. And one other thing that you're going to be doing at some point, you're going to drop all the way onto this apron, and look at how violent that is right there in the steering wheel, on the car and everything. That's a way that you can make passes. You can actually drive a shorter distance around the racetrack right there to get beneath guys and to maybe gain some ground on them from where they're at. I get excited when I start driving this track. This is a fun track for the drivers to drive because there is so many little nuances to it to worry about. Very smooth, not a lot of bumps in the racetrack, which means aero does matter for the teams. Do you want aero? Do you want mechanical grip? What's going to be the best way to go? They're going to have to decide all that. Oh yeah, you got to have a little bit of luck on your sides too to make sure that nobody else runs into you, does anything that can take you out of the race, maybe put a fender on a tire or something like that. If you do it all just right, you piece everything together all day long, then you could find yourself the guy that gets the win at Phoenix Raceway this weekend and crosses the start-finish line first right there. And hey, you know one of the beauties about the new Phoenix? We've got this big, huge area down here where the dog leg is and where they've adjusted the racetrack a bunch, and it makes for a really nice spot to just go down here and start doing some great little donuts and burnouts after you get that victory. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy the race this weekend. Phoenix is always a fun place to go. There's a reason why the drivers look forward to getting there. If your car's hooked up good, it's one of those places that you just get in a rhythm and you go with it. You have a great time. I don't really know how to handicap the field this weekend. It's going to be our first race with the low downforce rules that we saw back in 2017 and 18. Obviously, the horsepower is going to be big. It's the first race this year with the 750 horsepower package. Tires have been wearing out. There's a lot of different elements to think about. In my eyes, this really plays to a guy like Kyle Busch or Kevin Harvick. I know the Toyotas haven't started the season quite like they want to, but Kyle Busch, to me, is somebody that's going to be the car to beat this weekend. Kevin Harvick, you can never count him out at Phoenix Raceway. He is so incredibly good at this racetrack, and when we look historically at past races, he was very good there with this type of rules on the race cars. A lot to think about, a lot to worry about. Enjoy the race this weekend, and thanks for watching the video.
Like any great rebel, Ryan Blaney marches to the beat of his own drum.
Ryan Blaney, he's driving the heck out of that thing.
Yeah, he knows the rules.
bumper of Blaney.
But that doesn't mean he's gonna follow him. He's a modern-day NASCAR renegade. Maneuvering chaos.
Contact, slam into the wall.
Chasing glory. Running wild. NASCAR Cup Series racing from Phoenix, Sunday at 3:30 Eastern on Fox.
For more great NASCAR on Fox content, subscribe to our channel. It's somewhere right around here.